Do you know what's I predict is going to happen, or why this is happening, and what's going to come out of it is a lot of the smaller independent companies are all going to crash. They're all going to, be it in whatever industry, they're all going to crash, and then the bigger giant companies are going to buy them out. They're going to bail, and they're going to call it a bailout. That's what they do. Buy them out. So, for example, the smaller companies, if you're getting...
familiar, doesn't it?
It's been in every movie for the last 20, 50, 60 years even. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what the financial meltdown is, though. It's for the bigger companies to come in. Okay, for example, a lot of the bigger companies, people think government are like the highest point. Government are at the... You know in the hierarchy of like... Government are the lowest. You see everything that the government pushing or whatever, it's pressure. It's like in a record label, yeah? You think the managers or the bosses or the who else is the A&Rs or whatever, they're getting pressure from people, the invisible people. Do you understand? They're at the top, that are at home somewhere in there or in the mountain somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the look at this girl.
You're not supposed to say that.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing in the hierarchy. Like a lot of these companies are getting pressure, or the government are getting pressured. Me personally, I don't think that they want to close all of these things in red tape. You can even hold on. I'm gonna get there because you can even hear what some of the stuff like Boris says. Like, I don't want to close the schools. I don't want to close these. I don't think these need to be closed. But they're getting pressure, and then all of a sudden they change their mind. Oh, we have to close schools. We have to close. It's pressure coming from above. Do you understand? These so-called. I have to remember as well. People always like, oh, blame Boris. Fuck Boris. Da, 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 da. Boris is just a face. He don't really make decisions. You know. He has a team around him. Do you understand? That force these decisions upon him. Yeah. See, Trump is a big controversy, because I tell you, this is why I don't necessarily support Trump, but I actually pay attention to what he's doing, and I pay attention to what the media say about him as well, yeah. And one thing in life I've learned, never trust the media. When the media demonizes someone, it's because they're doing something good behind the scenes.
That's not
exactly.
True, not all the time.
I promise you.
Epstein, they demonized him.
Who's Epstein again? Who's Epstein again?
The paedophile.
Do your research on Epstein. And I'm not saying he's not what he is or not what they're saying he is, but there's a lot more to that story than understand. Huh?
When did they start?
I think when
it's only recently they started demonizing him. I lie. Because why did they demonize him? He was about to expose. Don't forget that. Remember? He was about to expose everything that was going on in the paedophile rings. Then they started demonizing. Then apparently he died.
Yeah, I don't believe.
You see what I'm saying? They only demonize people that's against their agenda. If you're against their agenda,
I don't believe that he killed himself.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Oh, the judge's son
they didn't watch him for 5 minutes.
The judge's son that was gonna coincidence got killed as well.
How did he get killed?
A random person knocked on the door and I think just shot him.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, they killed him.
The dad that went...
I was an agent, fam. You know what I mean? I think not, bro. You know what I mean? But anyway, they're going to buy out all the major... all the companies are going to die out. And then the major companies are going to buy out the smaller companies. And what happens... What's that thing that Dame Dash always says, yeah? If I'm putting up the money, I'm the boss. And you see, that's one thing that's stuck with me. Since the first time I heard him say that, yeah, if I'm putting up the money, whoever puts up the money is the boss. So if I buy out your company, for example, Facebook bought out Instagram. Instagram before that was a I would even say innocent. It was a good company, you understand? Based on, you know what I mean? But then when Facebook bought it out, all of a sudden now they're spying on you. All of a sudden it's all these, I'm saying, terms and conditions now where they own all your shit, all your pictures, When whoever puts up the money is the boss. So I cannot implement all my agendas. So it's the same thing. The big companies that are going to survive are going to be companies like Google, Apple, Amazon, all the giants, tech giants, all of that stuff. Soul traders. No, they're going to die out, bro.
Yeah.
Soul traders are going to die out, bro.